Did their biggest album, Breakfast in America, affect the band in a positive or negative way? Did it go to their heads? We talked to John Helliwell. This is Rock History Music. Darren. Darren emails me a lot. What was the feeling like when Breakfast in America won 2 Grammy Awards for Best Album Package and Best Engineering Non-Classical Recording?
It was good. We thought we might get Album of the Year or something, but we got pipped. I think that was when the Doobie Brothers, I think it might have been the Doobie Brothers that beat us there, but very, very pleased. Yeah, we're very happy about that. Yeah, Best Engineered and what was it? Best Engineered and then Best Album?
Best Album Package, yeah, and Best Engineered Non-Classical Recording.
Well, we're very proud of the working with the designer and the photographer to do that, and creating Libby, the Statue of Liberty. You know, she just died 2-3 years ago. The actress, the lady that played Libby, Kate.
Oh, I didn't know she was dead. I didn't know she had died.
Yeah, she went to an old person's movie person's home. Yeah, there's a great picture of her sitting in there holding the album cover.
Did she ever appear on stage anywhere with you?
Yeah. She served us some orange juice in Los Angeles, at least. It was really good.
Were you guys ready for that? Like that's when I talk to bands, I was talking to Pete Agnew, and they just lost their singer, Dan McCafferty. But I said, were you ready for Hair of the Dog? Were you ready for the, because all of a sudden you're there and you're doing really well. You're eating, the family's okay. But then you get Hair of the Dog and you're big in America. And their greatest hits package did that too.
Yes, we were ready because it all happened while we were touring for 9 months. And so we were just doing our gigs anyway. The audiences were really good. But we were away from other types of adulation, I guess. But the gigs were going really well this is all through 1979. And then we heard that the album was #1, but we're still working and touring. So it was good for us. And none of us were particularly young. We weren't teenagers making it, so it didn't go straight to our heads. So we were able to keep quite a level. Keep it on the level.
Did anybody in the band splurge? You don't seem like the splurging type of band to me, but
no.
Did anybody buy a Porsche? Anybody buy a Porsche?
Not until more recently for me. No, what did we do?
Did you buy a Porsche?
No, I bought a diesel Mercedes, but there was a gas crisis, so we had an extra tank put in the trunk of it, so we could go something like 1,200 miles before we had to fill up.
Did you get that put in?
Yeah.
Well, I didn't know you can do that, but of course you can do that.
Yes, just an extra, the petrol, the diesel tank, and then you just kind of duplicate it. So wow. It was really silly.
You ended with the upbeat, cool song.
It's just a little blues tune that I was just practicing playing the clarinet one day, and I worked out a little blues tune. And the Blues Central is an anagram of clarinet blues, simple anagram. So I do crosswords. So it just fell into place there.
Arise is the biggest one on Spotify. It's done really, really well. Tell me about that one.
Well, now Jasper, the bass player, he is the bass player for Lynn Ariel. Yeah. Lynn, so he told me he was a bass player with Lynn Ariel. So I already had a couple of CDs of Lynn Ariel, and so I listened to them, and I heard her play this number, and so I emailed or called Jasper and said, "Hey, your colleague that you work with when she's in Europe has written this lovely tune. he said, "Oh yeah, we play it. We play it all the time. We play it at our concerts." And I said, "Well, maybe we could do a version of it." He said, "I'll ask her. Not that you have to, but it's nice to ask." So he did, and she must have said yes. And so we tried that tune. So there is a personal connection on his side for that. And I've actually got a good reaction from Lynn herself, because I wrote to her after we'd done this recording. I'd heard a recording of her playing one of my favorite tunes, which is the Ballad of the Sad Young Men. And she was playing with another friend of mine, a colleague, someone I've worked with, Randy Brecker, on trumpet. I've worked with him in Europe, and nice guy. But the two of them are playing together on this Ballad of the Sad Young Men. And so I wrote to Lynn Ariel. I got her email from Jasper and wrote to her and said how much I enjoyed the number. And she wrote back to me and said, "Oh, thanks, that's nice of you. And by the way, you do a really good job on my song, Arise." So it's nice to have the composer.
Don't Ever Leave Me is the brand new album from John Halliwell, formerly of Supertramp. I still don't say formerly because I can't accept the fact that the band broke up in 2015. But you just never know. I'm always holding on to hope. A one-off show? More from John Halliwell in the next 2-3 days. Make sure you comment on our videos, subscribe to our channel, and share our videos. I'm John Beaudin. This is Rock History Music. Take care of yourself.